Hi, we're going to put a MS660 case together. I've already got it partially assembled. Putting the flywheel side or the ignition side together is really rather simple. You're going to heat it just like what we're going to do, but the shaft is short and it's easy to push on, so I'm just going to show you the other side here, and we'll go from start to finish on it. First thing is to heat this bearing. We don't want to blister it, which would be really easy to do. On a OEM bearing, still recommends that it be 250 degrees. This is a FarmerTec bearing, and you do not want it to get over 230 degrees. That is the very top number. So if you're at 228, perfect, drop it and place it. Now, when that happens, I'm going to use 4 to 5 screws to finish pulling it down. I'll tap it. Oh man, I swear. I'll tap it down some gently, and then we'll begin to pull it with the screws to close it. Now, I don't have my pins in yet. I'm going to stop the camera and get my pins and come back and I'll show you that. Okay, this is a locator pin. It's a cylindrical pin. Looks like it's maybe about 5 millimeters. There's two. There's one on the edge, and then I believe the other one is placed here. Okay. Now, when you're done, I believe it's a 5 millimeter drift. You can pop these out. They don't need to stay in there, and it's actually, if you have the drift, I'd knock them on out and then store them until you need them, because on down the road, if you were to have to crack this case again, you do not want these still in there. So now on this gasket, I treated it with Halimar. Not that I had to. In fact, this was treated some time ago. So I'm just going to go ahead and place it down so that it's there. These pins also help hold it in place. Okay. Now, our job is going to be to heat this up, and probably should actually raise that higher than that so that it's not sitting on that cardboard. We don't start smoking. Okay. Maybe you can see that well enough. Okay, I'm going to start out with low heat on my gun, and I'm going to I believe I'm going to heat it from this side because I can get to the bearing better, because I want to heat this area in here. This dark place right here, that is the part that you can overheat. So we want to keep to our temperatures, and I'm going to check it with a gun so that, and you can take your gun and shoot some ice water with it. Ice water's as long as you're not hitting the ice cube, should be 32 degrees, and then you can adjust it. For this one, it's a 1.5 degrees off. So that's a good way to know that how you should calibrate it. So if it tells me that I'm 31.5 degrees, I know it's 30 degrees. It's actually 30 degrees. And I want to keep my heat about 6 inches away. If you go further than that, it just takes too long to heat it up. But any closer and you could blister it, so you got to play the game. And you want to be sure you got some gloves. Because it'll be warm when you get done. Okay, it shows that we're at 90, 100 degrees. Okay, we're at about 128. Remember, you want to watch the color. If you're getting too hot, it'll change color as well. Okay, we're at 140. Okay, I'm going to up the temperature on my gun. Going to keep a close eye on the color. I'm going to take my temperature more often now. That middle is higher right there. That temperature is much higher, so that material is certainly not heat resistant, but this is the material that we want to rise so that it slips over easily over the crankshaft. So the 179 there. And when we put it together, we've got to be sure that the pins line up, because, well, if they don't, it's not going to go together. So there's a pretty good heat difference. Probably about 7 or 8 degrees. Between the two materials. And we need to take the temperature more frequently now. It's not rising. I'm going to drop it 1 inch. There we go. I'm going to stop and put my gloves on. Okay, that inner piece is 230. That's as high as I want to take it. All right. Gonna warm it back up. Except from the opposite side. Tell you what, it sure cools quickly. Okay, I believe I'm ready. Turn it backwards till it catches, and turn it forward. That helps ensure you don't cross thread it. It's actually very helpful. Now you know they come with Loctite on them, encapsulated, but I find, especially on these, I add Loctite to it. For some reason that doesn't. So all I got to do is just get them down to where they're touching the case, and then we want to tighten them diagonally. Okay. I'm not satisfied that that is seated in that hole. It is now. You could strip your screw if that's not lined up. Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll cut these tabs off and put us a top on there and do a pressure test. Oh, we've got to put the seal on this side. Why don't we do that now? Put some little oil on it. I've still got one more case screw to go in, but we'll do that in a second. Okay, now this is a handy dandy tool. I'll put the part number for it. Slip it right on. Kabam. Puts it right on there for you. Okay. And we're going to take this screw. Actually, we need another screw. So it's going to be a total of 6. And they go How many of you viewers have extra screws on hand? It's really a good idea. Okay, so all 6 screws are in. I put the nice oil seal on top of that bearing that I did a little while ago. We've got the case together. let's see if I can find let's see if I can break this off. I think this is paper. This should just cut right off with a yep. Depends on what they make these gaskets out of, how much trouble it is. This was paper, that's the only reason I treated it. Okay, cool. Okay, I think it's prepared now. I hope this has been helpful to you. MS660, all Huztl parts, the crank, the gasket, seal. Now, when you look in here, you'll see that it's not centered. So I will take my mallet and drive it in from the flywheel side and give myself just a little bit more room. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we want it as centered as possible. Okay, thanks for watching.